everybody, it's Skylar and I'm back again with another pregnancy update video. This time it is the 27-week pregnancy update. I am currently 28 weeks and 4 days, but I am just getting around to doing this 27-week pregnancy update video. So you're going to see the 28-week belly at the end of this video. I didn't get to do a belly shot last week, or whenever that was that I did the 26-week update. Things have just been so busy and so crazy, and this is going to be like a pregnancy update slash life update. I apologize in advance if you hear any background noise. I'm currently making freezer pancakes. That's part of the reason that everything has just been so crazy. And also my kids are home from school today, and so they are in there playing this Lego Incredible game that they got. So sort of a, you know, what I've been doing lately. I've been picking up shifts at work. This whole coronavirus thing, you guys know I wait tables, and something that I really enjoy doing, and the flexibility is really good for a parent, especially a mother, so that's what I'm sticking with for now. It works really well for our family. And before the coronavirus, I was making pretty good money, but now it's like there are waves of people coming in a lot and people coming in not at all, and we're in a way where like we barely are having any business at this point. And whenever we do have business, sometimes the tips are good, sometimes they're not. So tip your servers. If you're in America, tip your servers, because we do not make minimum wage unless there's some kind of government change or a grant to the restaurant that these people are working at. But that has only happened that I know of one time with the CARES Act that the government passed. But anyway, this video is not about government or politics. It's about what I've been doing. So I felt like I needed to explain that because I've been having to pick up extra shifts. Tired. Tired is not even the right word. I'm just exhausted. Plus, over the past, I don't even know how long, probably like 10 weeks, I've been wanting to like clean and cook and do all these things. I've been planning freezer meals for like 2 months, but I do not want to start cooking them until like a few weeks from now, so they won't be freezer burnt in the freezer. And yeah, they only last like 3 months, or they last 3 months, so they're supposed to, but I don't want them to taste freezer burnt, so I want to wait as long as I possibly can before making freezer meals. And I'm probably gonna have to flip my pancakes here. I am making pancakes. I've probably made 36 pancakes that I've frozen. I'm still making more. I've used like 2.5 boxes of pancake mix over the past few days between what we've eaten and what we've frozen. And I'm doing that because I want everything to be as easy as possible, whether we need a snack or we need breakfast or whatever we need. I just want our freezer to be full of everything, because I know that life was really hard with a newborn with one child, and that it was really hard with a newborn with 2, because our kids were 16 months apart. And I know that it's going to be really, really hard when my husband has to go back to work like the next day, and I will have 3 children. And so I'm just a little bit stressed about that, a lot stressed about other things. So I've just been trying to do what I have to do, like literally in therapy. I go to therapy once a week for some things that happened in the past and some things that kind of are currently going on. And I've talked to my therapist, and we agreed that it would be good for me to make a list of things that I, like a to-do list, but only do like a to-do list with need to do, like you've got to do this, you got to get this done, and want or would like to do, not have to, so that it doesn't look so jumbled. It doesn't make me feel stressed because it's this big long list with everything combined. Because I love making lists. I love seeing completion on the list. When you cross something off, it makes me feel good. But with all the stuff on my list, I just cannot make a dent in it, and things just keep adding and adding and adding and adding and adding. So here lately, I've just been doing first what I have to do that day, try to take it day by day, what I have to get done that day, and then what I want to do after that. So I've been trying to do that. But these freezer pancakes are something that, which I need to flip them now, but they're something that I feel like isn't a necessity, but that it would be really nice to have that done. Because like I said, it's really hard. It's definitely a transition whenever you have a baby and they need you all the time. And my kids aren't that way anymore because they're older, and it's just like I'm stressing about everything. So nesting has been something that I've been dealing with the past like 10 weeks or so, but here lately, the past few weeks, and it just gets worse as we get closer to the due date, but the past few weeks, it's been, I want to say awful. I know that nesting is productive and it's good. It makes me feel good when I get things done, and it makes me feel like, hey, I'm doing something good for my family and myself and the baby, and like we're preparing for the baby, you know. I realize that there's a science behind it and there's a good thing behind it, but I want to say awful because it has just been so intense. I'm having a contraction right now. They're all Braxton Hicks contractions, I'm sure. They're irregular. That's another thing that I've been experiencing lately is a lot of Braxton Hicks contractions. I have been timing them. Sometimes I get one and then I get one again right after that, and then they stop and I don't get another one for an hour or two, or one that I've noticed. Of course, with regular, like real labor contractions, they have to be regular and getting stronger, and they don't go away whenever you move around or you sit down or you lay down, change position, drink water, elevate your feet, or whatever you need to do. But these sure are painful. Like, I didn't have this painful of Braxton Hicks contractions with my daughter. Of course, she was my first, and they got a little bit more painful with my son, who was my second, and they're just really painful now with my third. So the doctor said as long as they're not regular, we're good, but they sure do hurt. I have also had a lot of back pain in the 27-week range, and sometimes it's like crampy. Excuse me, I cannot get my throat to clear. It's kind of been like menstrual crampy in my back. And sometimes that's like accompanied with contractions, but not very often. Lightning crotch, if you don't know what that is, Google it. It's for real, y'all. It's not great. I have been extremely hungry, just way more hungry than normal. I have not been this hungry since like very early pregnancy. I was gonna say like 6 weeks, but I think I was more sick during like 6 to 9 weeks. I was really sick, but I was really hungry when I wasn't sick, and I'm starting to be really, really hungry, still experiencing heartburn. My doctor's appointment isn't until the 15th of September, so that's next Tuesday. And I think I mentioned this last time. We'll get to do it. I've got to flip the pancakes. They weren't ready. Anyway, we're going to get to see our last ultrasound. And I don't know if I already told you this, but I've talked to my doctor about like a birth plan type situation. And with how big that my babies have been in the past, he said we agreed that it probably was not wise for me to try to wait until my body goes into labor naturally and like wait until 40 or 41 weeks, you know, to have an induction if I don't go into labor by myself. So my whole plan, which don't judge me here, but my whole plan since my babies, Lexus was born at 39 weeks, I think 5 days, and she was 10 pounds 1 ounce, and then Bentley was born exactly at 38 weeks and he was already 9 pounds 3 ounces. So my whole plan is to number one, make sure that I have everything that I can possibly get done. That's why I'm so stressed. My washing machine is uneven, so it's like making a bunch of noise. I'm sorry. Anyway, so make sure everything that I can possibly get done on like my nesting checklist, cleaning checklist, errands, things like that, before like 36, 37 weeks. The earlier the better. Because I would like to start doing like, you know, maybe like some yoga or squats or anything that could be labor inducing around 37 weeks. And I say that so early because I know 37 weeks is considered full term, but sometimes it takes the body a long time to respond to your natural labor inducing things that you're doing, and sometimes these things don't even work. So I wanted to give myself plenty of time to try to go into labor naturally, so that maybe I can have like an 8-pound baby this time at like 37 weeks or 38 weeks. So we'll see. My body, I was normally dilated around 37, 38 weeks to like 2 or 3, but I never progressed anymore after that. It just stayed like that. Don't really know why, but they say with every pregnancy, sorry, they say with every pregnancy that your body kind of like learns and remembers what to do. And so like maybe the labor process where you go into active labor and can go to the hospital would be quicker this time. And then like when you're going from active labor to, you know, pushing, that's generally quicker. Depends on you, but that's like the rule of thumb with that. So that's where I'm at. I'm just planning, nesting, cleaning, planning a baby shower for October 3rd. We're gonna have that. It's gonna be like a drop-in baby shower where each guest stays like 15 minutes so that we don't have like a bunch of people there at once, and it's for like 2 hours so they can just drop in and like leave. So I'm hoping that that works okay, and that we don't get coronavirus right before we have a baby. That's something else that's on my worry list. I'm trying not to worry, but it's just so hard. It's just so hard. And you know, it's hard as a parent right now when you feel like you don't know if you should put your kids in school. You don't know if when you did put them in school that it was the right decision. But with me, if I don't put them in school, then I am not gonna have, you know, any time to do anything with 3 kids at home after the baby is born. So I just want to make sure that my mental health is okay and that I can do all of this. And I think putting them in their preschool for 3 days a week should not be that much of a concern. I think it'll probably be fine, but if the virus starts getting worse or we have positive cases in their preschool, then I may just decide to take them out completely and just be like, no. It's another reason why I'm still mainly working nights is, you know, if they have to miss school due to sickness or I feel unsafe sending them, then I can just not send them and then work that night instead of having to miss work that day because they're at home. So that has worked for us. I'm just picking up shifts in the morning, not a schedule in the morning. That's another reason why I love where I work and the shifts that I work, because it's really, really good and not that stressful for our family. It's very flexible. So I've had a lot of heartburn. I don't know if I already said that. Heartburn's coming back for sure. I've had a lot of round ligament pain, a lot of itchiness, but I'm using the cocoa butter. Swollen hands. I don't know why. My hands are really itchy and tingly and swollen. They're not even that bad swollen, but they just feel so itchy and like they are swollen, but they're really not that bad today. Of course, at the end of the day, it's always worse, but my feet also, if I stand up for a while, they turn really red. I know that that's kind of normal if you're standing up for a little while anyway, but it's like they start to swell up a little bit. They're red and tingling. So that happened with my last few pregnancies. Baby is moving like crazy, getting up toward my ribs. Pretty sure I said all of this in the last video, except about, you know, what I was stressed out about, the nesting and kind of the birth plan. I've had a lot of thirst. I've had to get up and go to the bathroom in the middle of the night a couple of times a night. It's getting to that point where I can't just like sleep without having to go to the bathroom because the baby's pushing in my bladder again. We're at that stage again in the pregnancy where, you know, at first it was like, oh, there's extra weight whenever you're in your first trimester and hormones and whatnot, excuse me. But now we're at the stage where we're like, oh, the baby is so big that it's pushing on my bladder. So, sorry about my noise here. My oven is dumb. It like gets really hot all of a sudden. I don't know what's going on. So I have to just like wait to put my pancakes in there because it's just really hot for no reason. Didn't do anything to it. It's just really hot. My nose has been really dry. Kind of been getting like a little bit of nosebleeds, or it'll be like stuffy and like weird. Had a lot of hip pain, a lot of back pain. I already mentioned the back pain, but my hips have been hurting. It's been getting really uncomfortable to sleep. Really hard to go to sleep. Breathlessness, definitely. I can already tell just by me talking and going, you know, I'm just so breathy. It's getting really hard to stand up for longer periods of time because my back starts hurting pretty bad. Definitely waddling whenever I walk at this point. I have been having this really weird symptom, and I'm almost done. I can't think of anything else really except this, but I'm having this really weird symptom where I feel like my blood sugar has been weird. I'm trying to eat relatively healthy. Yeah, the pancakes aren't that great, but I try to eat relatively healthy, and I try not to eat a bunch of sugar all the time, but sometimes that's what I'm craving. So I kind of give into the craving sometimes, but even if I haven't just eaten a lot of sweets, I feel like my blood sugar is either really low or really high. I had this like almost pass out spell in Walmart yesterday. I got really hot, started feeling really shaky, and out of breath and just gross while I was literally checking out, so I couldn't do anything about it. Didn't have any water with me or anything, and I felt like I was going to pass out. And I think I felt similar to that whenever I did my 3-hour glucose test, and my blood sugar had dropped dramatically, but it was way worse then. Way, I thought I was going to die at that point. Literally, I thought I was going to actually die. But it wasn't this bad at Walmart. But it was just kind of the same symptoms, and it was just really weird. And I haven't really changed much about my diet, so it's kind of weird. I don't think that I have blood sugar problems, but I just think that's weird. Especially after I'm not gestationally diabetic, they said, because my numbers all passed with the 3-hour glucose test, so I don't really know. Anyway, this video has been forever 100 years long. If you want to see a video like the one I did about my daughter Lexus, my firstborn, if you want to see a video like that one, but about my son Bentley, my second child, and how his labor went, his birth story, his pregnancy journey, things like that, where I could just like explain how it was before the end of this pregnancy, I can try to do that. I could try to do like another clean with me, nest with me, freezer meal prep, if I do that. I don't know if I'm going to get to, but that's my goal. I'm just trying to like take it as easy as possible on myself, but I'm giving you ideas of like things that I might be doing anyway that you might be interested in, and if I need to record it, and if I can, then I could record that if there was interest in that. So that's an idea. The freezer meals, his birth story / pregnancy journey, the clean with me, declutter. I don't know why. They're just literally making a bunch of noise for no reason. I don't understand it. Shh. Can they even hear me? I don't know. Anyway, let's just do the belly shot and stop recording all of my rambling and things like that. This is like a therapy session. I don't know why I get so stressed about like doing anything, and then this is one of the things on my list that I wind up being stressed about because I'm like, oh, I really need to do that, but it's not something that's on my, you have to do this, like, or your family's not going to be healthy or taken care of. You know, that's what's on my need to do list. You know, I talked about the different sides. That's what's on that list, and every other thing just kind of gets pushed to the side because I'm just trying to survive at this point. Anyway, belly shot. This is actually 28 weeks, but this is what you're getting because I'm so tired. I just cannot keep up. So, 28 weeks. Huge, humongous. Way up here. I feel her kicks like over here, like way up here. Huge, 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 huge. Feeling monstrous at this point. Not feeling well. I've got pancake batter all over my shirt. Just trying to get things done, man. Anyway, so definitely subscribe if you have not subscribed already. Please be patient with me with replying to comments. I definitely appreciate your support. I appreciate your comments, but it's just so hard right now to do anything, like I've been saying. So it's hard for me to remember to reply to comments, let alone actually make the time to go and do it, which, you know, it sounds simple, like it would take just a second, but sometimes I've just got so much going on and so much on my mind that it's like, if I have one more thing that I'm trying to do or that I know I need to do or that I plan to do, then it's like I start feeling a lot of anxiety. So I just try to take it, like I said, one day at a time, one step at a time, one thing at a time. Anyway, so hopefully I can get caught up and post another video on the 28-week update within the next few days. We'll see. I really just don't know. I'm not setting expectations for myself at this point. Ouch. But thank you so much for watching. I just hurt my elbow. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you hopefully in the next few days to a week, okay?